It's International Data Privacy Day, and we're here with Dan from our security team with tips on how to keep your company and the data safe on the internet. Hi, Dan. Can you share any tips?
Yeah, absolutely. So, one of the first things that you want to consider when it comes to managing your data privacy is utilizing a best practice of doing third party risk management for any applications or things of that sort or vendors that you're working with. So, when you take that into account, that's going to be reviewing, making sure that they are handling the data correctly, they meet any of your compliance needs, that sort of thing. And with that, that's actually a second point. Using compliance as a metric for data privacy, there's certain standards that you have to meet within different compliance requirements. So you'll have something like the GDPR, which is in the EU, where you have to meet certain compliance standards of how you handle customers' data. So even if you're in the US, if you have customers that are outside of the country and in the EU, you have to consider that when you're moving forward with any sort of decision in that regard. Additional items that you would want to consider is making sure that you're following best practices, such as a acceptable use policy for your devices. So make sure that you're not installing any software that you don't want to have on the endpoint. Make sure that you are taking your time to make sure that the apps that you are installing are approved by your security team or your IT team or whoever else. We don't want people to be out there installing all sorts of apps that can be doing all sorts of malicious things in their endpoints, compromising customer data and also the company's data. And then the final note that I would leave you on is we are our own worst enemy when it comes to data privacy. A lot of the issues that we'll run into is we're looking for a quick, easy solution for something or something of that sort. And that's where you start to run into issues. Security should be paramount, data security should be paramount. And especially on a day like today where we're celebrating data privacy, make sure that you're maintaining that data privacy for your customers, for yourself, and happy Data Privacy Day.
Thank you, Dan. That was very helpful.